I am in the middle of braiding my hair after taking out my braids. And so I'm gonna do some big old fat braids because I don't got the patience to section it out like I did before. But I did want to make a video of me loving on my crop. You feel me? Because I was really close to getting some weave, like very close to getting some weave. But I felt like that would just not be what I needed to be doing. Like I know that there's a boycott happening. A lot of black women are boycotting these non-black weave retailers, and I just was really feeling conflicted about trying to be a part of that, but also going to the beauty supply and getting the hair and trying to put a protective style in. Like I feel like there's just something about the timing of all this. It just feels like I should take it seriously. And on top of it, I feel like I had a really good hair day today. And I'm gonna just keep on working with my natural because it feels good. I also wanted to talk a little bit of shit about a video I saw recently that just feels like there's just like I don't want to make it seem like there haven't been videos where people are talking very candidly and pointedly. Meryl Streep, how you doing, boo? I don't want to make it seem like there haven't been videos. Mish, how are you? I don't want to make it seem like there haven't been videos that have come out where people are being very candid about certain things that might be uncomfortable within black spaces. Like, I don't want to sensationalize this moment. I'm also not going to share the creator because I want to be candid. Sometimes I just want to have the convo with y'all. If y'all happen to find the video or you DM me, I don't mind sending it. But my thought process is every creator don't need to be named in terms of what they're saying because lowest of keys, not every creator is alone in what they're saying or doing, and sometimes it could just be helpful. Not lost your job. Mish. Do you need any support right now? Please reach out. If I can share a flyer, whatever the case may be. I know you said you're in good spirits, but if it changes, please reach out. You've held me down in the comment section many a time, friend. Many a time. And I unfortunately read a statistic that said over 300,000 black women have just been cleaved from the fucking workforce, which feels very strategic. And so I just want to be candid to any black women out here who are feeling like some shit's going left, or maybe you have a performance improvement plan at work. I've been watching a lot of videos from anti HR. If there's any black women here who are going through some shit at work and are trying to protect themselves, please know it's never too late. Go to the anti HR YouTube channel. I post some of her content before. I'll post it again today just so that people can find it easy. Um, I heard you. Listen, don't let it get to that. Just trust me. As one bitch that has had to share a flyer and crowdfund, don't let it get to the bad point. Just know that you're always worthy of being supported. Like, and I mean that to anybody here. Like, don't feel like you gotta be down bad, looking crazy to ask for support. Highest of keys. And I'm not trying to focus on you, Mish. I'm just trying to say in general, like one thing I wish that somebody would have told me is don't wait till you're about to be kicked out. Don't wait till you ain't got no food. Don't wait till that point. And as I said before, I know I used to charge for sex work tips, but at this point in whole shit, I just feel like if you wanted some tips, if you wanted some support, just reach out. I feel like I know a couple people, like most of my friends that are sex workers are usually parents as well. I know a lot of single parents who are sex workers online, but I feel like the in person girlies are not really fucking with it right now. I'm glad. I'm glad. Right. Right, Meryl Streep, thank you for saying that to me because that's an important thing to consider. That like you had been saying you wanted to go back to Ohio, so that is true. But them firing you is annoying as fuck. Only if you like my thing is this. Are you able to get unemployment? Cause low key, that sounds like the best way to get to Ohio, bitch. Low key situations might have really manifested to where you could go right to Ohio with that little check and just relax a little bit in Ohio. I'm not gonna say it's not expensive out there, but it's a little easier out there. Bitch, what the fuck do they expect you to do for them 6 weeks when you ain't got no money coming in? This is the shit that's crazy. Like, I just don't understand. But that's okay. We don't gotta understand. Just please know that everybody here is a valued community member. Even if you don't be talking in the lives, you don't have to talk in the lives for someone to share your flyer. Just please know that a bitch would have been dead if people didn't share my flyer. So I'm gonna be super candid. That is my energy. It's very much like I know what it's like to go through something and think, oh, I don't want to cry, bitch. Ah. I just know what it's like to like really go through something and be like, who cares? And I've been proven wrong, so that's my spirit. Is like I've definitely had people pop out on me and show up for me in ways that I could never repay back, and they would never even ask. And I'm so grateful. So that's really my spirit. Is like I know there's people out there who really do support people and like they don't even have to fucking really ask too much. Like as soon as you say, "Can you share my flyer?" they just come through. They don't make you feel weird. I'm so fucking grateful because honestly, some people on the internet are fucking demonic as hell when it comes to like sharing a flyer. Like I dead ass seen somebody playing music outside and they had their Cash App posted and this woman was like, "You're begging for money," and was mad at her. Meanwhile, she's playing the harp in the city square, providing music and ambiance, all types of shit. And this woman really tried to make it seem like she didn't deserve to post her fucking Cash App on a piece of paper outside. And it was just like, yo, like some of the people I see outside with a flyer, I just be like trying to figure out like how the fuck are you standing there? How? Like I'm in a moving vehicle roasting. Like how the fuck are you standing there? And it's like that's the thing about being fucking down bad. Like don't know can't even answer that. You ain't even gotta answer that. Like you're doing it. Like you're existing, you're still making it. But again, it's like being removed from being outside and I ain't had to really beg. And I've already told y'all one time I went outside and tried to beg in person, and somebody dead ass told me I looked too clean. And it was crazy because it was around that time where I was talking about those people that had moved into the house I was living in and they just moved out and didn't pay no rent. And moved to like the nice part of town too. And so they didn't pay rent, moved into a nice part of town, was posting pictures and was acting like they was down bad. Meanwhile, the whole internet sending me fucking videos and talking about, oh, did you see? Did you see the people they got away with it? And I'm like, no, I know. And so I go outside looking how I already fucking look, and like people are looking at me like I'm fucking stupid. And then someone walked up to me and said, "Baby, you look too clean." And I was like, "What does that mean?" He was like, "You look too clean." He's like, "You don't look like you need no money." And I was like, damn, that sucks. But I ain't know what else to do, bitch. Honestly. So I just want to be candid. Like sometimes things will go left. You don't know what the fuck to do. And that don't even matter. Motherfuckers will really treat you like you look too cute to need money, which is so fucking evil. But it's the truth. And so I hope everybody here knows, bitch, you ain't never got to tell me no elaborate story. I don't want that. I don't want to make you feel like you got to be punished before you get support. You ain't even got to do too much. Just send me a pineapple emoji in the flyer, bitch. Like, I don't even want you to have to act like you got to talk to me and shit. It's not that necessary. Just know, if you ever need a flyer shared, I'm not going to be weird to you because, again, I've had enough people be weird to me when I was down bad, and all I needed was a block. Like, just block me. The fuck? Motherfuckers was trying to fucking lecture me while I'm poor as hell. Like, that shit was fucking crazy. Like, not you gonna waste my limited energy that you know I must pay for? Like, that is crazy. Like, just leave me be. But again, I know everybody ain't been there. Not everybody gonna get there. Not everybody has the life experience of being broke and just not having the family support. So some people really don't understand what it can be to be told that you're doing something wrong individually when there's a system that's harming you. Shit is evil. I'm not gonna stay on this topic for much longer, I promise, but Swear, I just feel like ever since I've been housed, I ain't really been talking about being broke because I feel like y'all already know my partner been holding me down. But that's the thing, like he's not a lick. You feel me? So it's like we're both doing as much as we fucking can, even though I don't leave the house to make money as often as he does. But it's one of those situations where I feel like people will assume because you have a partner, like everything's Gucci, and it's so awkward. Because again, it's like there's all these things. Like we're such a lookish society. Like we look at people and decide if they're good. It's like the way people keep looking at Donald Trump, like he about to die any day, you guys. And it's like I don't think people want to talk about the fat phobia of that, like because it's Donald Trump, right? We're not gonna talk about that, but it's the way people keep looking at this man talking about he about to die. It's like, okay, girl. And when he dies, what do y'all think is next? Like, it's the way that motherfuckers like. I hate this. I hate this. I hate the society that got us looking for, and then the plot twist, and then the plot twist. It's like, how about where are them boys and them things outside? That's all I got. Not in time, bitch. You got me screaming. Close. That's crazy. No, I mean, hear me out. I feel like being outside with your clothes all fucked up and trying to scam. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I feel like at this point in poverty, I just can't even imagine someone would go and try to find fucked up clothes versus they already had them. But I'm gonna just say it like this. I feel like because people are going to be poor and because people are going to need support, I feel like it's not worth it to be worried unless you're emotionally invested in the connection. I feel like some people really be worried about where 5 or 10 or $20 went. Meanwhile, is anyone going to pull up the data on Dr. Umar? Like that's the thing that blows me. Dr. Umar, like the people that donated to him, those are large scale donations that can be tracked. Meanwhile, people will focus on queer and trans people who have been begging online for mutual aid to fucking be censored forever. But I'm telling you right now, fuck the school. Dr. Umar gets paid honorariums at colleges and universities, but there's still no school. How does that make any sense? Like honorariums are not. It's not $100 or $200. So I'm just like, wow, you know. But again, people will think, you know, somebody who got a seafood boil while they had a GoFundMe is shady. Hear me out. Does that even matter about Dr. Umar? I just feel like what, like I'm gonna keep it a buck. I feel like I'd much rather focus on what somebody did than who they're fucking, because there's gonna always be black people who fuck non-black people. Are we gonna spend the rest of our lives noticing that and like writing it down to matter? And I'm only saying that because I'm noticing in real time so many black women and queer people being looked at crazy, but it's very rare that I see anybody spend a long time talking about a black man and his white queen. Notice the Shannon Sharp shit. How long was that? How long was that? How long is that really? And on top of it, the Shannon Sharp shit wasn't even a wife. It was a motherfucking sex work trick scamiana that had a like honestly, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but if you fucking with a 19-year-old, you're a pedophile. And I don't care what nobody says. They want some hebephile. Fuck you. You a pedo. You're just getting away with it. Like that's how I really feel. 19, that man is damn near almost 60 years old. Am I wrong? So yeah, I'm sorry, but Shannon, you're a creeper. But not only are you a creeper, you're the kind of creeper that is looking for white girlies to do large wealth transfers to. Again, I'm not trying to play when I say this, but the sex work game is crazy. Like I've said before, I have a close friend who lives in the South who pretends to be a white woman online. Y'all, I'm still working on my podcast, Fairy Home Mother. I don't know how it's gonna work out at this point because me and my friend was talking, and at first we had a whole crazy idea, but then I was like, bitch, we probably still want to hoe again in the future, so we gotta kind of be like low key. And so I feel like Fairy Home Mother might still be used, maybe not. I love the name, but Who knows? Who really knows? But I feel like we started talking about like security culture and things like that. And like my friend that want to do the podcast, she got babies, and I already got a stalker. You know what I mean? People already like go to my family members. You know what I mean? And like that's not what she wants for her life. So we decided that I think what we're gonna do instead is like get like some shiesty masks. Like we're gonna do like we're like I feel like our idea is we're trying to look like hella covert. We're also gonna get voice changers. I don't know how we're gonna pull this off, but the plan is to try to like seem like random people on the internet. I don't know how possible that is. I don't know. I might have to pay somebody. I think I know a girl though. I think I know a girl who might post it for us just to kind of get the ball rolling. But yeah, basically the plan is to just like make it seem like two unknown horrors. And I'm excited because again, like my friend does in person, I really don't unless I'm bored. Like I feel like I mostly deal with men online. But again, I feel like for the girls that want to meet up in person, she got some tips, she got some stories, she got some tales. And I feel like right, that's what I'm saying. The shiesty, I'm thinking about the shiesty mask indeed, because I just want to have fun with it. Like I'm thinking about getting like some fake like lip plumpers or something, or maybe doing like one of those like wax lips. Like I have no idea, but our plan is to try to not look like ourselves, which I think is really fun to think about. Because again, I've never like attempted to not look like myself, but I am a shapeshifter. So there's a part of me that's like, bitch, this might be a chance to like really do some crazy makeup looks and do some like facial, you know what I mean? Just like have a good time. What up, Lamar? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Ash. Sidebar, let me go back to Meryl Streep. Mm, I've definitely given some of my nudes to some friends and was like, I don't care. Like, because my thought process is like, bitch, you might make some good money down there. Like, I just feel like I'm not as I don't hoe as often, and I feel like my hoe space is very little. Like I mostly do sex work like on one app, and then maybe I'll swipe on some men IRL, and like you'd be surprised how many men like not even you'd be surprised. Everything is sex work. Sorry. Let me get back to reality. Like most of what you're doing online is sex work in terms of like being a non-man and then also like engaging with men. Like if you talk to a man and like he starts getting sexual, like sweetie, that's not just about patriarchy. Like a lot of men treat femmes and non-men like waiters, like, hey, like attend to my needs. And so unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I feel like a lot of us are sex workers before we realize it. And like the sex workers who like get money, like actively like reap benefits because they're aware of it. Like I do think that like we're shitted on in a way because like if the other women ever figure out that they can be like, wait, like you are this is a transaction, like if other women ever like itemized how they were showing up like we do, it would be a war. Like again, and I feel like women are getting close to that, like very close. Like all of the conversation about man keeping, like that is a conversation around like what women are expected to do to have a man. And again, it's the ways that like there are so many women out there who are like, I can't wait to have a boyfriend. And it's so disconnected from the reality of like being with a man and having a man in your life romantically. And again, it's the ways that like the older you get, the more other men will like try to kill you or like shame you, or other women who still want access to men will like make it seem like you're the bad women. And it's so bizarre to be alive right now because it's like like not an in time reference, but like the whole idea of like being an unwoman, like the ways that we're supposed to be like trying to fulfill this idea of what a woman is. And like if you're failing, it's not just men telling you, it can be your mom, your grandma, your friends. And it's just such a group project of like, hey, like you're ugly. Hey, like your hair is really ugly. Like, hey, like your skin is ugly. And it's so awkward because it's like there's things on TV telling you that too. Like you turn on the TV and it's like, hi, your fucking mouth is ugly as fuck. Like you need to go to the fucking dentist. Like it's so crazy. Like when you watch like TV these days, it's like how many things are like entertainment and how many of them are just like reminding you that you're ugly and that you stink and that you have a lot of hair on your body and that like you might actually need to like call someone for support because you're ugly. And it's just like damn, like whoa. And again, like I feel comfortable how I look. I really don't give a fuck. I'm sitting in the dark because I'm too lazy to fucking turn on the light. That's really it. But with that being said, it's the ways that like I even had to say that. You know what I mean? It's the ways that like people are like, well, why can't we see you more clearly? And why can't we look at you? And like again, it's the ways that like being a woman means like you owe people the visuals and like you owe people the maintenance of like looking beautiful and being attractive. And it's just like, when did I sign up for this program? Like, can I delete? Can I opt out? Like, can I actually like block you on Cash App so that when you try to get the money, it'll just never happen and then you'll have to leave me alone? Um, mm, Sugar and Spice sounds cute as fuck. I'm obsessed. I like the idea of like those blurry masks, but I'm kind of scared of just like some things going left. You know what I mean? Like I'm just worried about buying those masks and becoming on a list. That's it. Adora, what up? Right, like hear me out. Like in-person sex work is personally I feel like way more there's more reward in it. Like if you're in person, you're definitely getting more money. But if you're online, you have a modicum of more safety, but I feel like it's very rare because I feel like again, your Cash App that you use for every day, that is not the sex work Cash App. You have to make a new you have to make new accounts for your sex work. Or you have to get real creative with how you take in the money. Like I know there's one girl who has the money sent to her man, which is kind of crazy. But you don't got no social media. Susie, I'm glad to hear that. But again, it's the way that so many younger femmes and like people who are just like not you may actually really care. And I have so many fucking topics. Honestly, like I wanted to socialize, but I have a lot of things to say. First, the Serena Williams conversation that's happening with the GLP-1. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't really want to talk about the Serena Williams stuff. Or I don't want to talk about Serena Williams using a GLP-1 as much as I want to talk about the response and just the ways that so many people have so many ways of feeling about an athlete that is wanting to not be as, I don't even know what the word is because she's not fat, but I'll say this. I'll say that there's a creator named Stephanie Yaboa. She unfortunately was criticized a few years ago, which like really diminished her brand, which was awkward because like I really feel like she had a great brand, but then unfortunately nationalism and I think unfortunately anti-Semitism, and I want to be candid, I think it was more she was ignorant than hateful. However, I think like her return back into the spotlight has been really like curated and perfect seeming. But she recently made a story that people asked her to make a reel. And so I'm going to share a link in the comment bar below. But she basically was talking about being a Black woman and the desire to be smaller. And as she's talking, I started to think about another creator that I really love who has been losing weight and kind of spiraling afterwards. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was not very gracious, like in my appraisal mentally, like I never bothered her, but I did think to myself, what the fuck? Because again, and I want to be candid about where I'm coming from. As a fat person who's gonna be fat forever, there are times where I see other fat people and I get really excited that they exist and that they're, creating content. And I still do at times like forget that they're people, just like I'm sure people forget that I'm a person here. And so when they do big changes, I'm just kind of like, whoa. And it had me really sitting with the ways that like a lot of like people recently that I look up to lost weight. And like I immediately like had like this like panic feeling and I like went looking through all their content and I started like just noticing like how they're talking about their bodies now. And in the beginning, I was a little bit less charitable because I was just like so upset, like so personally upset about their personal decisions to do whatever they're doing. And there were times where it was like, it wasn't just about them being fat and like actively losing weight and being candid about it. It was more for me, just the ways that like so many people recently have lost weight and keep talking like I was gonna die, you guys, I was gonna die. And it's like true, but like you could die anytime. Like I'm not trying to be funny, but I really hate the idea that like being fat every day, it's like, oh no, tomorrow might be the day. And like it just feels so weird. And I know that a lot of people aren't gonna agree with me because a lot of people unfortunately are believing that, health is visual, that I can look at you and know how healthy you are. And again, I think that if we looked into lookism and looked into ableism, the ways that we assume people are able-bodied unless they have a device, the way we assume everyone is not disabled unless they tell us or we can see it. The weight loss slash spiritual awakening, I feel like I have not seen that recently, and I'm so fucking grateful. I just feel like I've seen a lot of people. I'm glad you brought it up though, but I feel like I've seen a lot of people making it seem like, their life was at risk and now they're losing weight. And it just feels like, again, I'm trying to antagonize my own feelings about this because again, somebody else doing something with their body has nothing to do with me. But again, it's the ways that like I did have a lot of feelings and I was feeling maybe not betrayed, but I was hoping that in their pursuit of weight loss that they would maintain body positivity. And I feel like for a lot of people it's not really easy to do that. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm not privileged in ways because like I got to learn that my body how it is fine, and now I'm living that truth. And so there are going to be some people who like they don't really believe it. And so they're, maybe attaching themselves to movements to believe it, which is not a bad thing. I hope that we hold that people aren't bad for like wanting to be something and then realizing like I ain't there yet. Like I think becoming body positive is like it's not even like linear. I think it's very static in that like I personally right now feel like my body looks mad good, but I've also lost weight since last year. And I know that I've lost weight. I've lost weight the last 2 years steadily. And like, even though there's moments where I will look at myself and think like, oh, like this is so interesting. Like it's hard for me to think like I genuinely look better because even when I was super fat, like I still saw it for myself. And so I just, again, I'm not trying to like project onto them that like they're anything. I'm more trying to keep it on me and just hold that like we're all going to have moments in life where we feel maybe super, super confident in how we look, and then maybe moments or months, years perhaps, where we don't think that. Like, I don't want to make it seem like every day I feel like I look cute. Like, sometimes I'll obviously like do what everybody else does and like look in the mirror extra long at things we don't like, or maybe even go so far as to like alter photographs of yourself to see how you would look if you did this or you did that. Or even like standing in the mirror and playing with your body parts, like trying to see like what this would look like if this wasn't happening or this wasn't happening, or sucking in extremely, like all types of things that you do to like look at your body in a different light or catch yourself in a different way. And I think in ways, perhaps that's part of like body dysmorphia, perhaps in ways as part of like disordered eating. Who knows? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't fucking know. But I'll say this. I think most recently there have been just some ways people are talking about their body that I don't know. Again, it makes me feel ways. And again, I think like I think because so many of us were focused on like fat acceptance, I think body positivity got lost in the sauce. And I feel like body positivity had a much shorter window than fat acceptance. And I just feel like a lot of people like couldn't get with body positivity because it was too inclusive. Like you say, accept fat people, and it's a bunch of fat women who show up who want to be a part of something. It's like, sure, body inclusivity is not as pointed or niche. Like I feel like fat acceptance was very fat. Was very light skinned white people mostly. Like when I think back to fat acceptance and who was standing around, I'm not saying there weren't that many black people. I'm just gonna say the amount of black people that benefited from that movement, were uplifted in that movement, like not as many. Right. And again, the way that the GLP-1 shit coming up. Oh, Princess, thank you for being kind. I appreciate it. I promise you I'm in the dark because I'm lazy. I promise you it is just laziness, not because I'm trying to like give like a motherfucking Ari Aster like overtone to this shit. I promise you. I know it'd be the ring over here sometimes, but we're having a pretty chill day. But what I was gonna say was to Meryl Streep's point about how weight loss is like so acceptable or so accessible now. It's the way that like I'm finding so many people are on what is it, Monjaro and uh Ozempic, and now there's the new GLP-1 that Serena just dropped. And again, I feel like the conversation about Serena really just had me thinking about how when Black women are being seen on TV, I want us to just consider like the tropes that have been couched in the looks of Black women. And again, like it's the ways that there's so many younger Black women looking for more visual representation that makes them feel like they're not just meant to play enslaved and depressed people who are being degraded and subjugated. And again, it's the ways that that conversation is connected to the combo with Kiki Palmer. Like, it just feels like this is a very interesting time. And I know the Kiki Palmer combo happened like in late July, but it's still unfolding for many people because one thing that I realized after watching Chrissy's video about Ari, excuse me, I said Kiki Palmer, but I meant to say Ari Lennox. My bad. I be really mixing them up. I know someone going to say that they don't look alike. It's not about that. It's not about that for me. I feel like for some reason, Kiki Palmer, Ari Lennox, I don't know why, but those names they flow so lovely on the tongue. Leo season drained me. Oh, bitch. Virgo season has me like saying no to everything. Virgo season has me like just setting firm boundaries, putting my hooves down, bitch. I'm not. No, and then also Virgo season has me just like pulling back from like certain things that just feel weird. Like if the energy feels like less loving, less abundant, I'm just gonna dip. Cause honestly, like I just feel like I know what it feels like to be loved and to be celebrated. Like I just feel like I know what that feels like. And so if I'm in a room and it's feeling really dead, feeling kind of dry, I'm just gonna go because I don't want to be around that shit. And I'm not gonna perform for that room when it's giving nothing. And so I feel like I've had to set some boundaries recently, and I'm grateful because I feel like people are hearing me. Because I feel like I'm doing it gently. Also, I feel like I'm grateful for the Virgo season as well because I found out that my fifth house is in Virgo and I have no planets in there. And one thing I found out about the fifth house recently is the fifth house is about your daily look. It's about like how the day to day be going. Bitch, I was screaming laughing. I'm like, sweetie, like it's the way that my fifth house being empty and in Virgo makes mad sense. Because it's the way I don't want to do nothing if it's not going to be perfect, if it's not going to look the way it needs to look. And again, it's the way that perfectionism has absolutely ruined my life. I've absolutely tried to be perfect in so many things. And then I just have to remember to laugh and just do it while it's imperfect. Embrace it while it's imperfect. Love myself while I'm imperfect. Like those are big lessons. Like even creating art, like there's times where I don't even want to pick up the pen because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's like, bitch, who cares? Like you have time, a pen, and a paper. Just have fun. But there's times where it's like I just be getting so like, oh, if it's not gonna be the best, if it's not gonna be perfect, why even do it? Like I really hate that for me. Really hate that for me, but that can lead to so much inactivity. So I'm really trying to question what does perfect really mean, you know? What is not perfect and I'm still present, you know? But unrelated to everything, bitch, this is just a moment for the big bags, for the obesias. I just need y'all to know I had the most delicious fried wontons today. I want y'all to know, like, I'm not even trying to cry right now. I'm not even trying to cry. But bitch, I ate some Chinese food today and bitch, I got full off the appetizer for the first time in a long time, bitch. I don't know what's been going on. You ask them to fry a dumpling, it be like 3 in there. It's like, that's not an app, bitch. I don't know why they putting us through this. But yeah, bitch, them fried wontons, bitch, they gave me everything and more, bitch. I was stuffed, bitch. I had fried wontons and some wonton soup, bitch. I still have wonton soup and most of my fucking entree. I had a couple bites of the entree. And then at some point, I was like, bitch, what are you doing? You are full. Stop. But it tastes so good. You know, bitch, I got that boneless spare rib, bitch, with the motherfucking rice, bitch. Yes, God. And the egg rolls was not even that good, but it didn't even matter, bitch. They fried them wontons so fucking good, bitch. Oh my God. And then I found out bitches is making fried wontons with no meat in it. Plagues. Plagues on all you. My friend told me she had a fried wonton, was talking about, oh, it was just some crispy stuff. What the fuck? That happened to me one time and never again. At this point in career, I make sure that it's some meat up in that fucking wonton, bitch. Cause ain't nothing like getting some fried crispy fucking strips of some wonton wrapper. That shit feels crazy. And they be really wanting like $5. Like they're real crazy. Yeah, my fifth house is empty, meaning there's no planet, which doesn't mean that like you have nothing there. If anything, I feel like it means pay attention to the ruler, the hermit card. Hello. My fifth house, daily luck in hermit card. LOL. Like the analysis paralysis, the desire to go inwards and think about shit so damn long you might miss your moment. Nah, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Let me blow my nose. I'm not okay. Oh shit. I was really stopped up, bitch. My ear fucking popped. Oh my God. Yo, princess, get on one of my backs. We need to go to a better place because the way I used to get these good ass chicken wings from this Chinese spot and they didn't cut them in half, bitch. They was the full wing. It was the arm. It was the shoulder, the arm, the hand, whatever the fuck. Y'all know what chickens look like. It was the whole wing, bitch. Not just flat, not just drum, both. And these motherfuckers, without any warning, cut them shits in half and gave me only half the pack. Swear, I literally was moving around my apartment like a wrestler. I wanted to fight everybody. I'm like, how the fuck do you cut these big ass pieces of chicken in half and only give me half the serving? And don't even leave a note and be like, hey, we know that your back has been here. We know your backs have been here before. We know that you know our location. We know that you've seen our faces. We know that you know our government. Why would they play with me like that? I just don't understand. Like I have so much information and they literally robbed me of chicken. And again, because it would be an obese crime, I can't even go in there with my regular face. I actually have to pay somebody to go in there and put me on speakerphone so I could cuss them out. So just tune in next time, bitch. I'm going to have some footage on that, but I'm definitely going to send somebody up in there just so I could cuss them out, but not go to jail. No, it's an obese crime. Honestly, it was one of the most obese crimes that ever happened to me. Like the way that they stole from me, bitch. Like I'm just like, if I thought I was getting like 50 pieces of chicken and I only got 25, like that's theft, right? Like you knew, like, and y'all changed the price. Like no gag, they didn't even change the price. They literally kept the same price and only sent half the chicken. And I wanted to call because I truly believe had I called them and told them like about themselves, maybe they would have made it right. But I feel like too much time has passed. I feel like it's done. I feel like it's set in stone. You feel me? I'm sick. It's moments like this that I'm like, where's the community? Because we could have went up there. We could have went up there and mobbed. Not one person mobbed with me, bitch. I was the only one mobbing alone in my house with that half a piece of chicken. And then the chicken had the nerve to be like, it's like, I'm not trying to play these chickens because maybe they were going through something, but these chickens did not seem well. Like, I don't know what they were doing in the coop, but it could not have been doing all the other chicken things that chickens do. These chickens, the way that the meat was set up on these bones, I just was like, damn, they really just woke this chicken up and just fried him like he was asleep. Been asleep for a while, probably was in his coop for a while. There was no muscle definition on the chicken. I felt bad eating it, dead ass. Like I felt like I was bullying this chicken. I was like, why? I felt like my teeth was too much for the meat that was on there. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Like, you know how when you eat good ribs and you're really doing the most on that gristle? It felt like that, bitch. And I had only taken one bite. I'm like, how you take one bite of chicken and you're already at gristle? It just didn't make sense. Have you ever took one bite of chicken and you're already at gristle? That's crazy. I'm so sorry. I've been going through a lot. Shrinkflation, indeed, bitch. Like, it's very scary. But again, it's like, what are we supposed to do? Get our own chickens, bitch? Like, I don't know. If anybody is down to slaughter, I can't tell you I'm gonna be able to clean the chicken. I can't tell you I'm gonna be able to break it down. But bitch, if you get me the seasoning and the shit to fry it, I swear to God, I can fry some chicken. But we're gonna have to figure out the rest because it's not making sense. It was barely any chicken on them bones, bitch. Like, I was mad at, like, bitch, it was more crust. It was more crunchy. It was more batter than chicken on that bone. And again, I'm going to wrap it up because I know some of y'all are looking at me like your backs. I know. I know. But I'm saying, like, they need to be filled. And that's why I'm mad right now. My backs is half full. Okay? Which means they're half empty. All right? It's a problem. Not the Good Times theme song, bitch. I'm screaming. I just feel like the recession is just so much more deep. Like, bitch, oh my God, the crimes people are doing these days. Like, somebody just drove their car into the fucking gas station to rob it. Bitch, why would that be the case? Why would them broke their legs up and shit? Good God. Like, imagine, like, you are broke as hell, but like not even thinking beyond the motherfucking busting through the motherfucking shit with the car. Like, babe, where was you about to go next? Like, it's frustrating because it's like that person clearly desperately in need of support. Like, there's just so many moments where it's like the crime doesn't make sense because they're fucking probably were hungry, probably needed some more. Right, no, exactly. Like, bitch, I'm worried about my winter coat. I'm gonna be so fucking for real, bitch. It's the way I'm about to start eating fucking tofu. I'm about to start trying to get my protein any way I can, bitch, because it's the way. I just feel like meat is not like, bitch, and like I just feel like everybody not treating meat the same. Like, I've just seen too much. Like, it's the way that every time, but bitch, why did I trust a white person to fry me some fish? Oh my God, bitch. Like, you ever just get food poisoning like right away? Like as soon as you eat that meal, like as soon like bitch, fuck that. As soon as I ate them fries, like bitch, I know some brown spots on them fries before they fried them up. Like, I'm actually sick. Like, I just feel like you could taste these days like how long that shit been sitting, and it really be tasting like y'all really just gave me that shit from the back of the fridge and didn't care. You been vegan? You just started eating fish? Oh, I hear you. Listen, the fish ain't been fishing. Like, it's been a minute since I had some good fish. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know where to get no good fried fish, and I've been craving a fried fish po' boy so bad. Like, it's the way I thought. I just knew this po' boy was gonna be good, and it's just when they fry it too much, the shit be mushy and shit. It's like, girl, get that oil hot, please. Like, why are you playing? I'm telling you, every time I eat out, I want to go back and just cuss everybody out, and I know that's not healthy. Ooh, bitch, I want to try to make a veggie burger bad as hell. I feel like I can make a fire veggie burger. Like, that's where I'm at, bitch. I'm watching everybody videos, trying to figure out what the fuck y'all eating out here, cause it'd be expensive to eat, bitch. I don't know how the fuck everybody doing it. And then on top of it, it's like, bitch, it'd be hot as fuck. I don't care who the fuck you are. Who the fuck want to be in the kitchen cooking? Nobody. And so I feel like that's the one thing for me is like, yeah, you could cook a lot of meals at your house, you sure can, but it's like, bitch, every meal, no. Like, you have no choice but to supplement. And again, I got dragged the other day because some girlie was talking about McDonald's, and I was like, damn, y'all still at McDonald's? And I'm not trying to play, but it's like McDonald's high as hell. And why the fuck McDonald's talking about something about to bring down some of their combo prices? I'm like, bitch, who the fuck getting combos? Like, I'm like, girl, you need to go back to that salad shaker, ugly ass bitch. Like, I'm sorry. Like fuck Ronald. Like, fuck Ronald with a big fat dick. Cause Ronald is crazy as fuck. Like, these fries ain't been good for a while, bitch. Like, these fries have been fucking soft as fuck for so long. Like, I just feel like I have not had a good McDonald's experience in a while. And Lowest of Keys, bitch, when I did have a good McDonald's experience, it was always in a weird ass, like, it was just in a neighborhood where it's like, I don't know. It's just funny because McDonald's, I swear, McDonald's be right off the highway, or it be in the most random neighborhood, and it's like, who did this? Who wanted to walk up to a fucking McDonald's in their neighborhood? But at the same time, bitch, the McDonald's be providing motherfucking work for some people, right? Allegedly, bitch. Because McDonald's ain't even call my ass back, bitch. And then honestly, when they did, I was like, girl, What are you trying to have me do? And it was just like just the way that we were talking, like it just I don't know, bitch. I don't know. I don't know how anybody is doing it because these jobs are not hiring, bitch, and they're playing in people's face. Like the jobs got the nerve at this point to look at your fucking resume, not call you in for an interview, but still tell you you ain't get the job. Bitch, I knew that when y'all just looked at my resume and didn't contact me. Like I knew that. What is wrong with y'all? Like I don't know about y'all, but I just feel like recently the jobs are really getting kind of delusional. Cause it's like, sweetie, I didn't need to know that y'all hired somebody. I didn't even know that. I didn't even remember this job. I'm applying for 100 jobs at least per day. So I don't know why you sent me this text. And I just feel like there's a sign about that, about you not even getting a text about an interview, but you certainly getting an email about how they pick somebody. Bitch, why don't you email them and tell them congratulations? Like, not you gonna tell people you didn't even bother to dignify with an interview that you already went and found somebody. It just feels ugly to me, and I don't like that shit. Cause it's like no shade, but it's like who's waiting for one job to call back? Like, I just feel like we're past that. It's not 1980, bitch. Ain't nobody waiting for their dream one dream job that finally opened. Like it's not that. No, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, bitch, that's the thing that makes me fucking sick. That's the thing that makes me fucking sick. I'm sick. I've been sick for a time. I don't know. I just like started thinking about the hospital again, like randomly, because bitch, I don't know. It's just something about quitting a job, but like it really wasn't a quit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you gave them back their badge, but like you had no choice. Like they were talking to you crazy. Like I've never like just walked out on a job like in the middle of my shift. I ain't never did no shit like that. And again, it's the way that like I didn't really have a choice. It's the way I had to leave. Cause what was gonna happen next? She was gonna treat me even worse. No, it was, but I still just think about the ways that like I'm learning all this information from the anti HR lady, and it's like, man, I wish I would have documented. I wish I would have been taping this shit. Like it's the way that like I don't know. Like you ever just get mad all over again, even though like it's for the fucking best, bitch. Like I really couldn't have kept doing that shit. I wasn't gonna make it long. But it just hurts to know that motherfuckers could just, I hate the way white supremacy operates, where you could really be having a good life or just be having something, and then somebody white just take it from you. Like, I just feel like that's the one, not the one, but like that's one thing that continues to happen to me that I'll never fucking be okay from. Like, I'll never be okay because there's so many moments like where I just didn't have a choice, where it's just like, oh, somebody white had a bad day, and now I'm having a bad life. Like, uh, man. You're right. I appreciate y'all for being kind, honestly, because it'd be so hard to motherfucking think about jobs and the trauma. Automatic sheep. What is the nature of the joke? Like, can I know like who is the joke about? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Cause like I'm literally like I'm trying, but I'm like, girl, I don't know. But I'm not mad. Mm-mm. I'm not bad, bitch, because I just feel like the internet is too unpredictable. It's like, girl, if you had a good joke, you would have just said it. It got me consenting to something I don't know about. I ain't worried about it. I appreciate you, bitch. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like I was going in about like the Serena Williams thing. I genuinely don't care about people like doing Ozempic or changing their body. I genuinely don't give a shit. I promise you. I don't give one fuck about none of that because I feel like at the end of the day, we only get one life, right? So if you feel like your life gonna be improved if you're skinny, please try it out. If you feel like your life gonna be better if you start dressing more masculine, try it out. I truly believe that you're probably not gonna figure out like what you're wanting to do until you do some shit that you didn't want to do. And so I believe that like I've done a lot of shit I didn't want to do, and now I'm, trying to shift and do things that I want to do, but it's not overnight. Like I promise y'all, like it's not like every day you get to choose what you want to do. In every instance, like there's gonna be moments where you really just don't get the option or the choice, but I'm genuinely hoping that people just stay open minded in this combo because it's very layered. It's more layered than I thought. Because, Serena doing the GLP-1 and wanting to lose weight and people looking at her and seeing her as small, even that is layered because one of the things Stephanie said was like, being a black woman and like how people automatically see you as bigger and the ways that like when people do see bigger black women, there's always this idea that like they're going to behave a particular way. And again, just the performance like that people expect from bigger black women and the ways that like we don't know anyone. And so if you ever see a bigger black woman, like please hold that you don't know her or how she's gonna behave or what she's gonna talk like. And please don't be surprised when you find out she's shy or not extroverted because again like there's this idea that like we know all black women like we're gonna know how they're all gonna behave and it's like limiting as fuck, but it's also something that may push some black women to change themselves very significantly so that you don't do that shit to them, so that you don't assume things about them. And again, I wish some people would consider that like some people are shifting their how they look to you because they've been told and taught by behavior towards people who don't look how they look, that like there is a way to look and get away with things, or there's a way to look and be more gentle with this person. Like there's a lot of ideas around who deserves punishment and pain and shame. And if we're not paying attention, we may miss out on a moment where it's unfolding right before our eyes. And I feel like that's part of this as well. That as much as like I've noticed like some folks losing weight, I didn't have to live their life. Like I didn't have to live their life while being fat. Like I had to hold that like I also had the privilege of being lighter skinned. I also had the privilege of people projecting on me, but also people accepting that I wasn't what they thought I was going to be and rarely told me, oh, I thought you were going to be like this. Whereas many black women have shared with me that people are surprised about who they are, even though they never knew them or took the time. And so again, it's the ways that like there's layers to this combo, to every combo, of course. But in this one in particular, it's the ways that like people will think that Serena like is perfect and she's an athlete and all these things, and they're still missing it. They don't know her. They don't know what she likes or what she wants. They're assuming that because her body was good enough to win many Olympic medals, that she can't have any hangups around how she looks, or worse, that she can't be also affected by white supremacy and how it's projecting on her. On top of that, she has a white husband and a mixed race child. I'm sure at this point in close proximity to people who always get to have humanity shown to them, it's a mind fuck. And so I want to just hold a little bit of space for the black women who people think that they know because they have a white husband or mixed children or aren't wearing this or that kind of wig, because like that hard wig, soft life shit, oh, that shit makes me so sad, bro. Like that shit makes me so fucking sad. Like I really hate the idea that like we have to diminish black women to be happy for them. It's just very strange. And I really hope people consider that saying that a black woman like her wig is telling you something, like that's really sick. But again, I'm noticing an uptick in anti-black violence against black people in the most innocuous ways. Like for instance, I'm gonna out myself as being on Lipstick Alley. So I was on Lipstick Alley minding my fucking business, and I noticed that there was some news coming out of Tennessee. Trigger warning for anybody. Just trigger warning for anybody, bitch, because it's just literally really a sad story. But trigger warning for animal abuse. So if anybody wants to take a moment, I promise I'm not going to be graphic, but I still want to give you a chance to get the fuck away from this conversation because it's really sad. But basically, there was a woman who had a boutique in Tennessee, and she was a dog groomer. And unfortunately, there's a lot of videos that came out about her grooming these dogs. And the videos are showing her being very abusive towards the dogs in this way that is really terrible, really awful. And I saw multiple people making it seem like black people have a bad relationship with dogs. If anybody here feels like they want to weigh in, please feel free. But there was a moment where people were talking about how they wouldn't trust certain black people with their animals because the older generation treats dogs like badly. And I was just in the comments kind of like, hey, We actually don't know anything about black people collectively and animals. Like, that's not a thing. Like, there have been some black people who have unfortunately abused animals, but there isn't some historical reality we're living in where black people and animals have like some odds against them. And again, it's the ways that the conversation kept evolving and people kept on making these really weird remarks about how, there are older black women who, treat their dogs like their family and like it's getting creepy. Like it was awkward. It was like the people that don't think animals like deserve basic care were popping out and making it seem like black people loved it. Like it was weird. It's like simultaneously people are saying like it was very much stuck on black women too. Like people were very much like, I don't trust black women. There was even a moment where someone said, I'm a black woman and I don't even trust black women with my dog. I'm the only black woman I trust with my dog. And I'm like, wow, that is fascinating. Imagine saying that you are the only black person. Like what? Like again, it's the ways that anti-blackness is really morphing in ways and making it really just, huh? Like what? Like what do we know about black folks and dogs and abuse? Like what the fuck? Like it feels very strange to hear that. But again, the story was very much a woman who had harmed a dog. Now all of a sudden people talking about the only type of black person they let groom the dog is one that was like Gen Z with some septum piercings. And I was like, yo, lookism is on the rise. I feel like that's the crux of everything I'm talking about today. Is like the ways that people will look at somebody black and be like, I don't know. Like, and again, the I don't know is because they have a septum piercing, because they have nose rings, because they have green hair. Like there's a way that people will think like they see like a good black person or a bad black person. And again, it's the ways that I brought up that dude who like attempted on my life was wearing a certain type of hat, and my neighbor was like, oh, I knew he was dangerous, his hat gave him away. And I'm like, okay. And in retrospect, maybe the shiesty mask does, tell people a lot. I'm old, so I did not know what the fuck a shiesty mask was. But again, it's the ways that like that piece of clothing was supposed to tell me everything about that man. And it's just like, damn, like what if it was a do-rag? What would a do-rag communicate to me? What would a fucking wave cap dictate to me? I'm crying. Not core Starbucks barista. Yo, it's the way I know black folks with animals named Sylvester. More than one? I actually am tired of you. You're funny as fuck, bitch. Not Sylvester. That is Meryl Streep. You are a gem. Just thank you again. Just thank you for talking to me. But no, again, as I'm saying though, like the amount of anti-blackness that's rising again amongst seemingly other black folk, but even the ways that folks were naming that like black folks and animals don't have a good reputation. I've never heard no shit like that. But again, it's the ways that some folks are feeling really comfortable. Again, I also saw in the same convo, people were talking about black businesses. This one black woman being abusive to these dogs turned into people saying black businesses shouldn't be supported. Black women who are older seemingly are hateful automatically towards animals. And I'm like, how the fuck do y'all feel comfortable writing this shit? And I'm not saying it's only black folks writing this, but there were some folks saying, I'm black and I don't trust other black people. And so again, it was just a very weird moment to notice that people were feeling really comfortable making these remarks that, again, I've never heard in all my travels. And I have seen black folks treat their animals very well. I've absolutely never seen anybody black treat their animals bad. So that's why I'm just kind of like, I don't know where that came from. Like, if anything, I've seen a lot of white people keep dogs outside, just chained up, just all day chained up outside, and that feels kind of wrong to me. But I don't hear nobody saying shit about that. Like keeping a dog outside all day, just chained in the back, never gets to come inside, never gets to lay down. That's kind of terrifying. But see, even saying that white people love their animals, it's like I feel like most of animal abuse like has been white people. Like, I mean, look at the earth. You feel me? Like again, it's the ways that it's like I don't know. There's just moments where I hear people trying to like make it fair and like air out what black people have done, but it's always in this context of like opposite instead of like within the system of white supremacy, which is like that. I think that's my main distressing point is like just because a black person is doing something, like it's not outside of whiteness. Like and I'm not trying to make this, I'm really not trying to make this as like a excuse. I'm saying that like there are going to be black people who are not well, and like I'm not trying to disconnect it from uh personal experience, but also like and I'm not trying to make a case that this woman is like, is so harmed by white supremacy that she takes it out on dogs. But that could low-key be part of it. And I feel sad about saying that like some people like they don't have an out, or they don't think they have an outlet for their pain or their rage. And again, it's the ways that there are some people who are so angry that they harm themselves. Like it's the ways that like we don't always know how people's like harm is going to come out, but it just looked really, really like it, it's the way that these were like tiny little dogs. They weren't like I'm not saying it would be better if it was a big dog. What I'm trying to say is like they were like little dogs that were like not really aggressive. Like the dogs were actually like they were leashed while they were being groomed. And so they were like just being harmed in this way that felt so defenseless. Like they couldn't do anything. It's like they had to get this service because their owner paid for it, I guess. But this woman's also abusing them, and it's like two things at once. Again, I hate living in this timeline where like people are actively like trying to make it seem like something about black people is wrong or innately anything, and it's like, wow, how do we get there? Like sometimes I really wonder, and I know how we got there, but online where we have so much access to information, like people are really devolving into, oh well, black people are just as bad, and it's like, how do you get to that conclusion? Like I feel like unfortunately I think that this is just like another random unsolicited thought, but just like when I talk about being a mixed person and people get all up in arms, it's the way that there's conversations that black people are having that have been had in house. They're being had online, and I think that fuels like the knee jerk reaction to like get upset, to be performative, to be spectacleizing, because it's like, what else do you do? And again, I don't want to make it seem like there's not other options. I just want to hold that like some people will hear new information and it will mean a lot to them. It will mean more than we know. Like if I wasn't talking about what I was talking about and I was still myself, I would absolutely be in the comment section saying stuff, trying to like share all the things that have happened to me. Like I would absolutely engage in a particular way, not this communication in particular, but just like the conversations about being mixed, the conversations around like the one drop rule and like being a lighter skinned person. Like I would pop out in those combos. But again, it's the ways that like if you don't have the language for your experiences, you really won't know what to do. And I think unfortunately what I'm seeing is so many black folks that don't have the language for this anti-black thing happening, for this and this and this anti-black thing happening. And so it's talked about in this way where people are comfortable to talk about it in this way. Like it's the way that like instead of talking about colorism, people will talk about light brights being rude. Like people will have different ways of communicating systems of harm. They might not have the word you have, but they have some way of acknowledging like how people are behaving and like it not being like it not necessarily needing to be a book for them because they understand the system is happening, but how it operates, how it's connected to white supremacy, like that might not be really where they're at. And this isn't to condemn or make it seem like you're behind. It's more to say that like there are times where like we're having conversation and we all want to be, decolonizing, but there's moments where like you're just not there. And like I feel like I think that's something that's happened to all of us, right? Where we just really weren't there. Word. Word, Adora, that part, not having physical community, but also having not having like even the internet community. Like I feel like I tried to start a Discord for the second time, and I want to be candid, like I feel like the Discord got started, but like the engagement in terms of me wanting to engage, it's been a little low for me. And I'm trying to just like, remind myself that sometimes it's not that we got to try harder to do something. Sometimes whatever the fuck it is, it might not work that way. And so I'm trying to hold that, like maybe Sunday nights like we don't do dinner, but maybe we will in winter. Like maybe Sunday will be the day in winter, but maybe for the rest of summer, Tuesday night would be a good night, because Tuesday kind of boring, bitch. And Wednesday look he get you reminded that like it's almost Friday. So I feel like Tuesday might be a perfect day to just check in with people, see how they're doing. And the whole point of the Discord is just to have a place online to talk. And there's really nothing set in stone as it stands. I'd love at some point to have like to host some just some skill shares. Some people I know that have learned skills and want to share them. Like one of my friends is an excellent chef, and she'd love to teach people some basics. And I'm excited about that because in my mind, I'm like, imagine like going to like an online cooking class and it's like a bunch of people hanging out. I also like the idea of us like watching something maybe kind of silly, maybe something kind of scary, maybe kind of emotional, and just having like a movie club. But I kind of want to have that be like separate from the group, just so that like there's no pressure on anyone to be a part of the movie club as a general watcher of like, or a general communicator. Like I really want it to be a separate space for people who are really into film and want to talk about movies, or talk about maybe movies, short films, indie films, things like that. Because again, I do watch a lot of content, and there's times where I really just want to kick it. And that's another idea that I have for the Discord space, is a room where like maybe all of our cameras are on, but we're not having to talk. Like the desire to be connected but not be verbal. Like maybe some people will be in the text chatting. Maybe somebody will have some music on in the background. Like I like the idea of like parallel play where we're all in the same digital space, but we're not all doing the same thing. Like somebody might be cooking, somebody else might be painting, somebody else might be doing homework. Like I just like the idea of like trying to like be intentional about spending time, but not having the expectation on anyone to have to talk. Again, I know it's a lot, and I know times is motherfucking dimes, bitch. So a lot of times motherfuckers don't want to hang out because they don't got it. Like, just please know, Virgo season about to be taxing as fuck on the body. Even coming here, I was like, bitch, go eat some soup and lay down. And that's what the fuck I'm about to go do. But please, if you don't got it, say no. If you don't got it, say no. If you don't got it, say no. Please don't push through. This is not the time to do that. Virgo is very much interested in things being perfect. What's not perfect, but that's just fine. What's not perfect, but next time you'll work harder on it, but you ain't got to do that right now. What's not perfect, but you still love it? What's not pure? What's not pure, but that doesn't matter? What should be sacred, but we know isn't? Like those are the things to focus on during Virgo season, at least to me, is what is not being respected, what is being neglected, what is not being loved. Also, we love Meryl Streep. When you said that thing about Michael Vick, that's what I thought of too. Like it's like the way that Michael Vick's career fell off after his scandal. And I'm not trying to fight for him at all. What I'm trying to say is it's the way that like since Michael Vick, I just feel like there has been an over abundance of people assuming perhaps that that's just part of being a black person. And again, it's the ways that I've seen a lot of people recently trying to, I don't want to say expose being a black person in the black community, but I feel like unfortunately for a lot of folks that are older, there are things that some people might have thought is just something black folk do. And really it was something that people who have been traumatized do. And I think that unfortunately there's a lot of younger people who are asking questions that the older people think might be people business, putting people business out there, people's dirty laundry and things like that. And I think about the ways how my mom used to just the ways that older people try to make you be quiet because they're uncomfortable. And you're not doing anything wrong. They're just uncomfortable. And so I want to hold that as well. that like you're going to come in contact with a lot of older people who are very uncomfortable. What up, Bethany? They're gonna be very uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Like some of you have conversations that you are carrying with you to have because you need to have them. You are that ancestor. Thank you, Bethany. I appreciate you for coming through. But you are that ancestor who's supposed to do something different. Like me and my friend just did a tarot card reading, and I was excited because low-key my tarot book came with a spread. And I feel like I'm gonna offer that this season for all the Virgo girls because I feel like that might actually help. Well, not just the Virgo girls, but just for Virgo season because the season is about perfectionism and trying to like get it right. And again, the Hermit card is very much a person sitting very still, trying to figure it all the fuck out. When sometimes that's not in your best interest to be sitting there going nuts. Not going nuts, but sitting there wasting your mental energy on the situation. Sometimes that's the worst thing you could fucking do is to go quiet, go silent, and then go disappear. But for some of us, that seems like the safest thing to do. And I feel you. I'm there too. But with that being said, it's the ways that Virgo season has me thinking about this spread because it's a spread that asks your ancestors why, like what gifts they left for you, what messages, what inheritances. Like it's very much a spread that has to do with like your current self getting the messages from spirit, from ancestor, from maybe your granny, just anybody that you want to channel. Like I wanted to offer a space for you to get some messages, some information, something from someone that again may not be here anymore, and maybe you didn't get to spend as much time with them, but you still feel them close. You're still venerating them, you're still lighting candles for them, they're still on the altar, whatever the case may be. But the idea is this spread is for anybody out there who feels like messages are not coming through. You're scared because you don't have a tarot card, you don't have a tarot card deck yet, but you don't even know where the fuck to begin. Like this is a reading for people that really are trying to figure out, why am I here on the ancestral tip? Like what is my ancestral mission? And I actually haven't done one for myself. I'm actually really excited, and I feel like I'm going to do one for myself and I'm going to film it. And my plan is to kind of just show people like how I'm working with it, what I'm getting from it. And I'm excited, but I'm scared as fuck. Cause I feel like I've been thinking about two different ancestors, and I really don't know which one about to call me bitch. I don't know if it's gonna be my grandma Mary or my grandpa Gerald. I don't know, but I'm just trying to be open minded to whoever comes through on that line. But I'm gonna post a picture of the spread just so people can see, just in case you want to do it on your own at home. But the black tarot card deck that Dane got me for my birthday has been just I just love tarot books that are thick as fuck. Like I live for when the deck comes with a big ass book, and I just feel like Nyasha Williams, the creator, I just, oh my god, like I cannot sing her praises enough. Like again, this is not an ad. I did not pay for this book at all, but I am such a simp for a fucking tarot book and a good deck. Like this shit really is. Like I just feel like every time I look at the book, I find something new. I also love the other spreads that are in there. I've been sharing some of the spreads from the book, but like I said, I did that ancestor spread, and it really just had my friends sitting there with just so much clarity. It was such a beautiful thing to see. And I want to feel that too, you know? I want to feel that, but I've been trying to just meditate and sit with who I want to even talk to. But at the end of the day, you know, it's them that decides who calls, right? So I just been trying to talk to all of them on my own and just let them know I'm grateful for all the sacrifices. And I also cussed out my grandma for being mean to my brother. Because honestly, like in the spiritual, if you can't cuss your granny out in the spiritual realm, where could you cuss your granny out? That's where I'm at. Anyways, I love y'all so much and I appreciate y'all. Maybe, but here's my thing. I feel like if you're thinking about an ancestor that you don't like talking to you, I don't know. I'm just gonna say this: if you think somebody that you don't like is trying to talk to you during the reading, I'm down to cuss them out for you. That's all I got. If you feel like in the middle of the reading you're realizing it was your Uncle Peanut and he needs to get shut down, I will shut his ass down. Mm. You know what, Meryl Streep? I would love to have a chat about fucking spirituality with you at some point. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I would love to talk about like our different ideas around spirituality and things one day. It might need to be a combo for the Discord only because I just feel like motherfuckers might pop up in here and try to be racist or weird. I'm not sure. But I do want to make like a little tarot group or a little tarot channel on the Discord just for anybody who cares because I post about tarot on my Twitter. I know some of the tarot girls still care and still like support, but I just need y'all to know anybody can get into tarot. It's for all of us. The tarot is not a closed practice. The tarot is for all of us. It's a way to get a message from spirit, from spirits. It's a way to just communicate with spiritual forces. If you don't believe in spirits, that's okay. There's so many different types of cards. I know there's oracle cards. I know there's like affirmation cards. Like some people might not be tarot girls. Maybe you're going to get some affirmation decks and just get some cards that again remind you to put yourself first and love yourself the most. That might be what you do. Like again, not everyone's going to get into tarot. Some people might be intimidated. I know I still am. Even though I love tarot so much, I be getting shook all the time because some shit just be aligning so beautifully. It's like, damn. And so I just want to say if you're worried, you're wary, you're shook, those are normal feelings of being a tarot girl, of being a spiritual girl. Like we be shook a lot. We be like, oh damn, for real. But I also feel like we be so delighted as well. I feel like at least for me, like as a spiritual person, I feel very delighted a lot because I see so many things connecting and I'm able to again detach in a particular way. My Twitter is Marfmellow, MarfMellow, and my Instagram is ChonkyBuds, CH0NKYBUDZ. And I have another tarot for like tarot stuff, but I'm still working on that. It's called Psychedelica, but I'm still trying to figure out like what I want to do because there's just so many tarot girls, right? So many zodiac girls, so many spiritual girls, and I'm just trying to figure out like what's gonna be the way that I operate. And I don't know. I still don't fucking know yet. So I feel like I'm just gonna keep on thinking. Trilly, Loki, not to be weird, but like, would folks maybe be interested in like doing like a one card pull like every day? Like, I'm down to pull a card for collective or pull a card for, you know, just whatever. That might be really fun. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, metaphysical cannabis oracle. Okay. I do have a TikTok. I want to say my TikTok is yikes. I really don't know my TikTok name, bitch. I'm gonna have to figure that one out because I really don't know. I think I tried to change it, but it didn't work out. But yeah, I don't be on TikTok though. I'm gonna be so real. I'm not on TikTok. But I do follow some people's TikToks. I should probably make like my favorite TikTok creators. Like I make a list of them because there's so many. Like there's this one girly. Oh my gosh, she is so funny. She does memes for girlies that are into like all types of spiritual divination, and her memes are funny as fuck. And I'm so mad right now that I can't use the green screen to show y'all a fucking TikTok because it's the way y'all would scream. But I think I'm gonna post it on my shorts, and I'm gonna put a link to her TikTok because it's the way that this girl had me fucking screaming. I'm so grateful. I'm just so fucking grateful. We live in a time where there are fat black women out there like making money off of their fucking natural creativity, their natural comedy, like just again, just the ways that like there are so many fat black femmes that I'm lucky to be able to perceive and they are living their fucking life and they're sharing with us so abundantly. It is just so beautiful to see and getting a coin bitch and becoming entrepreneurs like ugh. I am so grateful to see that. Like I remember reading an article recently where somebody was saying that this it was an Indian woman who wrote the piece, and she was saying that she took a picture because she seen an Indian woman in the ad, and her daughter was like, "Why are you bugging?" And she was like, "Bitch, I forgot that like y'all grew up seeing brown people." She's like, "I grew up like hoping to see a brown woman," and I was like, "Damn, like what a moment." But again, it's the ways that as much as I'd be annoyed to be in this timeline, there are some people that are experiencing some different things happening. There are some younger people who are seeing a different world in ways, but I don't know. I think the new earth is still being built. That's where I'm at. Bethany, of course. What's up? Right. Aw. Truly, listen, you owe nothing to that space. I just hope everybody knows like the Discord is not about being productive. It's about being perceived. And like sometimes we will not have it. Like sometimes we really won't have it. And like being perceived is a lot. And so I'm really genuinely hoping that like people know like the Discord is not like I don't want anyone to feel punished for not being there. I know in the past I was absolutely hoping that the Discord will pop in a certain way. And so I deleted that shit when I felt like nobody was caring. But now I believe in the wisdom of considering what is there for people to engage with, you know? And so I'm trying to think of ways to make it more dynamic or trying to come up with ideas. But I'm also trying to consider that it's not just down to me or you, Trilly. Like this space is a Discord, it's an idea. You know what I mean? There was an idea about connecting, but I think what we might have found is that, you know, we needed connection in other ways. I know you went out of town recently, you had a lot of fun. And I feel like you also been organizing so hard. Like I really hope you don't think nobody's sitting here like, where's Trilly? Like not in like a bad way, but in a way that's like, we hope they're well, you know? But again, it's the ways that like I just want us to consider like why we're trying to talk, you know? And it's probably just to connect and not make us feel bad for not being there, you know? Just please know, like I appreciate you being in the space. I definitely been thinking about you recently, but I just knew you were traveling so much. I didn't want to be like on your plate like that. Um I don't think here's my thing. I don't think anyone has a gift to read tarot automatically. I think one thing that is important to note is that I've been studying tarot for a few years. I used to like when I first found out about the internet, bitch, it's the way I would be doing love readings online and not like I would do them. Like I would find the tarot websites, I would pay for a fucking reading like I was that girl. And so I want to just be candid that like I've loved tarot for longer than I ever read it myself, but I always knew that I wanted to, but I feel like my family very religious. So they were not supportive. They were not encouraging. In fact, I remember my mom told me I couldn't bring my tarot cards home when I went to go move back home. So I gave them away. Um, Bitch, I mean, I feel like I'm about to like go hard on eating this like wonton soup after we get up off here. I'm definitely down to send voice notes. I know I got a voice note in me for you for sure, but I don't know about no phone call, bitch. Because honestly, like I feel like I'm just finishing up this live. I rolled my last spliffy to leave. But please know, it's so mutual. Like I was dead ass thinking about you today, and I was like, damn. I was like, I want to reach out to Chili bad as hell, but I was like, I'm going to see what's up with them on Monday because again, I've just been noticing that people have been missing from. No, I shouldn't say missing. It hasn't been as abundant on Sundays, and I decided to take that as a moment to restructure and trying to see like when people are available, when they want to come. And again, I've heard from several people that they feel intimidated to just pop up in and start talking, which is real, which is very real. I feel like that's another layer to all of this, right? That like some of us are not used to just going somewhere and being valued in what we have to say. And so that's another part of this. It's like I've definitely been valued. People have wanted to hear me talk, and I'm grateful as fuck. But at the same time, I know what that's like to, you know, go into a new space and be worried about saying the wrong fucking thing and being, you know, again, just not sure how it's gonna go. So just keep that in mind. Most of the people in the group chat are chilling. It's Chonky, CH, and then a zero. So it's Chonky Buds. Hold on, cause I'm bad at this lighter. Oh, this lighter is dead. Damn. Yeah, I mean, my mom's not even a Christian. Of course, you can join the Discord. Okay, so the Discord situation, you just need to add me, and then I add you in, and so it's YUGIH0E. So it's Yugi Ho on Discord, spelled just like that. YUGIH0E. And you could add me on Discord, and then I'm just gonna pop up on you and be like, hello, and then try try to figure out, how it works out. But with that being said, if you are not a person of color, this is a POC only space. I want to be super candid that like I have desires at some point to work with some white folk and like maybe try to create a space where white folk can be invited, but that's not the priority right now. And honestly, I don't think it's gonna be the priority for the rest of the year. So with that being said, as much as I don't mind sharing space digitally with white people, I feel like that's me. That's not everybody in the group. And so with that being said, there are definitely some people who have expressed a desire to keep the space as POC as possible. And so that's my plan. So I'm hoping that nobody gets weird and tries to make it seem like there's something wrong with that. That's awesome. Again, I'm really just hoping people consider that you can start your own Discord if you are feeling some type of way. I encourage a lot of white people to start creating Discord and start reaching out, see who wants to talk. That's the whole idea behind the Discord. It's called People Online Who Want to Talk. The whole idea is maybe we'll have a topic, maybe somebody will have a topic, maybe somebody will have a video, maybe somebody will just be upset about something and want to chat. But please know most discords that I'm involved in are going through like a lot of silence. And because it's Virgo season, again, the desire to be perfect, right? So some people might find themselves wanting to be so present with this thing that they haven't been present with. And I really want us to consider that we can renegotiate that maybe, it's not you, it's maybe the task. Maybe, something that you want to build isn't being built because you haven't met the people that are supposed to build it with you. And so I'm hoping to just encourage anybody out there who feels like this shit ain't never gonna work. Maybe not right now. Let's try to change the way we're considering time. Like maybe in this moment it's not working. That's real. Honor that. Go get a drink. Maybe work on something more fun and creative in the meantime. But I'm just hoping folks know like none of y'all are behind. You are literally in the middle of it. And you're learning new things every day. And I hope you honor yourself by writing them down. Some of you are learning so much. A journal is helpful. And I keep saying that shit, but I keep on not writing in my journal. I know I'm fake. But hear me out. I feel like the YouTube videos be feeling like my journal sometimes. Even though I know that's not true. I feel like that's the thing about journals. Like you're supposed to write your most unhinged thoughts, but like I keep thinking about like how at the end of my life when I'm a ghost, like I just don't want it to be a whack journal. You feel me? And again, the perfectionism, like the way that I'm like shook about how my journal should sound. That's insane. Like I'm not well. My journal is going to probably reflect that. And again, it's just the ways that like talking in a video, there's still a level of like, I'm not saying this thing, but in my journal, would I, And I feel like that's the thing. It's like reading people's journals is so personal. Like honestly, I'd be looking at Willow crazy. Cause not you read them pages, bitch. I don't care if you read that I loved you or not. Like that's wild, but that's just me. That's my little beef with Willow Smith. Can Native Americans join? Of course. Again, I feel like when we think about it like that, I feel like I want to just keep it in mind. Some Native American people know that they're white, so the desire is to keep the room POC. That's why I said POC and not BIPOC. I'm trying to be mindful about the fact that like there's going to be people that are Native and still white. And they're not welcome because, again, we're trying to be mindful about the space. And I know, again, there are going to be some white people who may want to join. I would urge you to create a space that is, all inclusive as a white person. I would suggest that if anybody white wants to create a Discord space, I'm down to help facilitate as long as it makes sense, but it will be paid. And that's that on that. And if anybody else wants to support, you will be paying them as well. But that's my thought process when it comes to dealing with white people. It's like you could really be generous to them and really lose your life, lose your housing. Like I just learned too many lessons, so I'm not going to learn another one for free. You do audio and video journaling. Hey. Thank you for saying that, truly. Again, that's the biggest reason why we don't have white people in the room, because it's like it would be too much moderation. Like honestly, like it's a lot of labor to include white people and stuff, because you have to account for the fact that like we need moderation. Like even when I go live now, it's the way that like Meryl Streep probably stopped somebody from being racist. We'll never know, and I'm grateful. But again, it's the way that if you don't have that, Bethany, like this is what's funny to me. Bethany is my stalker, and she's for some reason bringing up my mom's fucking address. That is crazy as hell. Do y'all see? This is why we do in the Discord. But notice, but hear me out though. Hear me out though. That's okay. That's okay. Because one thing I started realizing is to get into the Discord, we're gonna have to do a video chat. I just feel like moving forward, it's a video chat to get into the Discord, and again, it's going to have to be a moment. Like again, it's the way that like they want me scared, but it's like I'm worried for them. Like I'm worried for you. Like to be that invested in a random bitch, like. Right, but notice how Bethany sat in here and was behaving so well. That's how I know it's multiple stalkers, bitch. It's one of them that really don't like me, and she like to pop out for about maybe 5 minutes. Then there's this one, that's the more sociopathic one that likes to sit here and toy with me. Yeah, listen, Charlie, I just feel like moving forward, I feel like with the Discord, I feel like I'd rather just like not add any new people now because of that. But I feel like if there's anybody who like wants to talk to me on Instagram, I just feel like that's how I'm gonna do it. Like I feel like if I can see an Instagram and it's making sense, sure. But I feel like I have a feeling that my stalkers are not going to do that much labor to get up in, which I'm grateful for. But again, I'm not that pressed to grow the Discord. At one point, I kind of was, but at this point, I'm over it. I feel like if my stalker really feels like, and again, notice the stalker posted my mom address. My mama live in a trailer, bitch, in Virginia. I'm not worried about her safety, but it's the way that like if that person could get more information about me and my life, they would. They can't, which is why they're resorting to Dane's mama and my mama and my brother. Again, I already told y'all, I don't care. Like, I feel like I've only asked them to stop because I know I'm protected. And so the more they escalate, the more it's going to be bad for them. And for some reason, after days of them leaving me alone, they think today was the day to bother me. And also, it's the way that they were like asking me questions about tarot, asking me questions about spirituality. Then all of a sudden, they're talking about my mom's address. Like, what? Again, I hope y'all know, like, I'm not sitting here like, oh no, I'm being stalked. Oh my God. It's not that. I know that they want me to be feeling away, but it's more that I'm just like, damn, like, okay, like Bethany, it's the way we gave you energy to like again, what this person might not be realizing is like all they're doing is fucking themselves over in the future because their spiritual team sees them. Like that's the thing. All of us have spiritual teams. They watch us. And when shit go left, bitch, you think they're watching you? Hell no. So again, it's the way that I know shit's not going left for me because I'm paying attention to what I need to pay attention to. And there will always be people who try to antagonize you, bitch, on your journey. This is nothing new. Again, I'm trying not to give too much energy, but I don't want to give too little to make it seem like this doesn't affect me. It's unfortunate for sure because I do enjoy like the intimate feeling of the chat. But again, as I start to set boundaries, as you start to set boundaries, I'm sure you've seen it in your own life where you're telling people no, or you're just not accepting everybody's energy. And now what? Now they're punishing you, they're lashing out, they're being abusive. I'm not afraid. I'm just sad that this person thinks like that. That's what needs to happen. I hope that they get a life, dead ass, because it's tragic, you know? I'm sitting in the dark smoking on a spliffy. And my lighter hates me. Here's the thing, like I just feel like for anyone that knows me in real life, I know you're probably extra dead because it's like this bitch like sits with like no clothes on and like bothers no one. Like she literally is in her house minding her business. But again, I feel like it's not about me bothering anyone. I unfortunately feel like, as I've been saying, a lot of us mixed people are unwell. A lot of us mixed people are unwell. A lot of us mixed people are unwell. And I'm going to put in for good measure, a lot of us light skinned people are unwell because some people don't like that those two things be mixing. But again, it's the ways that I don't believe for 1 minute that this is disconnected from putting out a couple people that were being rude to me. And also, telling people directly that like we're mixed people. Like there's going to be mixed people who are trying to retaliate. Like it's unfortunate, but like that's part of this. Like some of my favorite creators have haters that are way more unhinged, that do way crazier things. And I'm not trying to diminish what's happening to me. What I'm trying to offer is they don't have anything. That's why they're trying to find an old woman in a trailer. Like let's like I'm not trying to say like don't care, but I'm just trying to be like, can you guys like really just for a moment just consider that like they have nothing. All they want is attention. All they wanted was this moment of derailment, which is awkward because it's like I just feel like it was more productive when they were lying. Like now we're just like, oh wow. It was a terrible reveal, Bethany. And Loki, get a picture next time. Damn. Fuck, I'm not talking to nobody with no pic, without a pic. I should have known. Anyways, I'm a dip. But thank y'all for being kind to me. Thank y'all for chilling. Thank y'all for being cool. I know that everybody's not gonna appreciate the channel at this point, and that is just fucking fine, bitch. I'm really actually grateful, and I'm also grateful again for my stalker because what like, again, even though it wasn't giving grand finale, even though it wasn't giving cliffhanger, I still need to pay these motherfucking bills, bitch. So I already know that I know you're gonna run back and go tell your little, your little gaggle that you popped up in the live, even though because we deleted you, nothing that you said is gonna come back up in the live. Nothing. But it's okay. Anyways, I hope y'all have a good one. Take care.